Welcome back to the CryptoWorld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of Bitcoin is experiencing a rejection from an important level on the chart, while the price of ETH has just retested an important level of support on the chart, which I'll talk more about later in the video, so definitely stick around. First of all, taking a look at the daily Bitcoin chart, and right now, technically speaking, we are still very much in this larger bearish trend after more recently seeing this bearish confirmation signal in the daily Bitcoin RSI. But with that being said, even though the trend is still bearish, like I said in my last video, because we recently entered into oversold territories on the daily time frame, what we generally see after a volatile move like this to the downside is at least a few days, even sometimes up to 1 to 2 weeks worth of choppy sideways price action, where the price action basically just takes some time to stabilize, getting ready for the next volatile move. And so moving forward on the daily Bitcoin chart, that is the most likely scenario as of right now in the middle of this bearish trend. And if you're looking at significant levels on the daily Bitcoin chart, obviously we have this price level based on the June low, which is sitting at roughly around 17.6k. And over the last 1 day, we've seen basically a perfect rejection so far from this level, which is technically a bearish signal in the more shorter term. And so basically, if we end up seeing this red daily candle close, then that would essentially confirm this rejection on the daily time frame. And that would mean we could see a little bit more of a short-term pullback before continuing with more choppy sideways price action. But basically, as far as resistance goes, that is the immediate level of resistance that I'm currently watching for the price of Bitcoin, once again around 17.5 to 17.6k. And as for support levels to watch out for here on the weekly Bitcoin chart, looking at our Fibonacci retracement levels drawn from the March 2020 low up to the all-time high on the logarithmic scale. And this places the 50% retracement level at just above 16k, more specifically around 16.3k. And what is interesting to see here on the weekly Bitcoin chart, if you're looking at the weekly Bitcoin RSI, this is currently forming a potential bullish divergence on the weekly time frame, which is an extremely rare signal for this time frame. And I talked more about this in my last video on the channel, so if you're new to this channel and you want to know more information and more detail about this chart right here, then check out my last video on this channel. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this right here is the daily ETH to US dollar chart, and right now, as of recording this video, the price of ETH is currently trading slightly above this important level on the chart, which is sitting at around 1250. And the reason why 1,250 is an important technical level for the price of ETH is due to the fact that we've previously seen a lot of resistance at this same level back here and a lot of support at this same level just here. And so obviously it would be a big deal for the price of ETH if it can hold above 1250 and basically flip it into new support again, because then that would send a similar signal to what we saw back here, which was more of a neutral time period and actually led into more of a bullish time period, at least in the shorter term. But with that being said, in terms of the trend, technically speaking, this is still a larger downtrend at play on the daily time frame for the price of ETH. And if you're looking at the daily Ethereum price oscillators, these are still looking more bearish than bullish in terms of the direction that they're actually trending. But once again, as I mentioned in my last video, the daily Ethereum RSI briefly entered into oversold territories, telling us that there's at least limited room to the downside in the more shorter term relative to the daily time frame. And typically speaking, what we see after a signal like that and after a volatile move to the downside is some amount of time where the price action mostly chops around sideways, kind of like back here or back here, for example. And so moving forward over the next few days, maybe even over the next week or so, I would not be surprised if we see some more choppy sideways price action for the price of ETH. But once again, technically speaking, this is still happening within a larger bearish trend, because technically speaking, we haven't yet seen any confirmed signs of a bullish reversal, at least as of right now. But with that being said, looking at a potential short-term bullish signal right now on the chart, so not a signal confirming a massive bullish reversal, but a signal on the chart telling us that we could see a little bit more of a short-term bullish relief before then chopping around sideways some more. And this is of course the retest from this previous golden pocket level of support, which is coming into play in between around 1170 11.70 up to around 12.10 approximately. And as you can see right here on the chart, over the last 1 day, the price of ETH has come down to retest this golden pocket level of support and indeed confirmed it as new support again, which is technically a short-term bullish confirmation signal. But this short-term signal relative to the larger trend at play is technically not a very significant signal, and so that's why I'm saying we could see a bit of a short-term relief, but overall the larger trend still remains bearish as of right now. And in case the price of ETH breaks back below that golden pocket level of support that I just mentioned, then the next support level to the downside that I'll be watching is sitting at around 1050 to 1060 approximately, based on this 78.6% Fibonacci level. And as for some potential resistance levels to pay attention to, we should have some resistance at around 1360 to 1370 approximately, based on the 38.2% Fibonacci level of resistance. But if the price of ETH somehow experiences even more of a rebound here, then the next levels of resistance above that level would be sitting at around 1470 to 1480, and above that, then I'll be looking closer towards around 1.6k. And if you want to know how to profit from all of these moves in the market, no matter if the price is going up, down, or simply chopping around sideways, then make sure to check out these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left of your screen shows you how to make money if the price is going either up or down, and the video in the bottom left of your screen shows you how to make money if the price is chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.